Greetings and welcome back to Into the Pit. If you like my videos, drop me a like below or visit me on Instagram and TikTok. If I was to take 10 albums onto a lonely island, this one would for sure be amongst the 10. I really rate this as one of my favorite straightforward heavy metal albums of all time. I mean, for me this is the definition of straight heavy metal. Next to albums like Painkiller and probably some Iron Maiden, early Iron Maiden albums. Produced by Terry Date. This is Metal Church's debut. Metal Church, the eponymously titled album. It's the rear cover. This still has obviously the mighty David Wayne on vocals and Kirk Arrington on drums, Craig Wells on guitars, Duke Erickson on bass, and Kurt Vanderhoff on guitars. Brilliant tracks on here. Beyond the Black, classic. Metal Church, what more could be said about that? Merciless Onslaught, Gods of Wrath, Hitman, In the Blood, my favorite Nightmares, Battalions, and a cover of Deep Purple's Highway Star, very good one. Like I said, this was produced by Metal Church and Terry Date. Terry Date would go on to do Overkill, Prong, those kind of bands. Yeah, this is a really timeless album, and the iconic cover, this element, the guitar in the shape of a cross, the Explorer with a cross on it, would actually be followed through on various other cover artworks that the band has done. Of the better artworks, I might say. There were some terrible artworks, I mean, beginning with Human Factor and Hanging in the Balance and Generation Nothing. Really terrible. I don't know which art director recommended that or which label. Really terrible decisions, if you ask me. Those could have been really fantastic covers on their own. This album and the follow-up, The Dark, for me personally are my two favorite Metal Church albums of all time. For me, Metal Church is also stronger with David Wayne on vocals, because I think he lends the band this eerie feeling. He gives the band this sort of evil feel to it, because he's got this really cackly, evil voice. Mike Howe was a great follow-up, but for me personally, he never touched that. The band and him never touched that mysterious, dark sound ever again, unfortunately, which made these first two albums such killer albums. So if you want to get into Metal Church, do not ignore this debut. And this has a spectacular sound, if you ask me. It's organic, it sounds so live and real. It's highly recommendable.